All right, commence operation. Try to not ruin Rick Nash's life. Although with the team I'm building, I don't think I'm going to do that well. Folius, what's going on? I'm doing well. So rookie scouting. Scout forwards in the queue for a month. Or was that for rookie status? Hold on. Okay, that's just what it is. Scouting. All right. Forwards in the queue for a month. We can do that. I don't remember where to go. There we go. Queue forwards for a month. Gotta start. I hit the wrong. Gosh darn dang stinking frickin' frackin' fucking button. There we go. We're fine. Which NHL game had the most overabundance of 5-star goalie that didn't exist? They never liked handing out potentials to young players. Never, ever, ever. Most of the high-name potential prospects in this draft, or in the draft class we just saw, were like Bs at best. So, free agent-wise, there were a couple of games in the Xbox One, PS4 era that had goalie prospects. Yeah, quite a few medium elites, terrible players that aren't going to develop, but that keep the high trade value because they're a medium elite. Those did exist. All right, Jared Tenorti got hurt down in Springfield. Dougie Hamilton was a B- at 9 overall. All right, that QMJHL trip is done. Jared Tenorti's healthy. What else do we have to do? Play a game. I don't want to. Defenders in the O for 3 weeks. I should just be an old man and take a picture of that. And that way I don't have to come back here again. So we are going to go defenders in the O for 3 weeks. Defenders in the O for 3 weeks. There we go. Can I get a couple trade offers here, though? I didn't really anticipate. Oh my God, we're 5-1. I didn't really anticipate getting stuck with like Niemi and Doug Murray, but here we are. We also could have looked around the league to see where certain people went, but if they're good enough, they'll show up at the end of year stats. It'll be a good year for rookies. Good to know. Duncan Keith got hurt. Steve Mason, he's crushing it. The joys of Steve Mason. How's the gameplay in this game? And about what you would expect. We haven't jumped in and seen AI versus AI yet, though. We're leaving that as a playoff-based surprise. I got to earn that. You know? We got to earn it. And just nothing has happened so far this season. I'm like, something will pop up to make this season interesting. Nope, just a completed scouting assignment. Where are we supposed to go next? Goalies in the O for 5 weeks. Goalies in the O for 5 weeks. Is this on an emulator? It is not. It is on my 360. Physical copy of the game, like an absolute Neanderthal. Look at this bad boy. This is the way. David Runblad gets hurt down in Springfield. Discord notification is new. Yeah, you're not the only one who said it. I can just make a post like, hey, I am live. But again, I figured most people that watch on a nightly basis are just like, I'll probably check to see if he's live at the same time he always is. But maybe I underestimate people or overestimate people. Oh, man. Oh, down to 9-6-3. Nothing has happened. Absolutely nothing. This has been a boring one so far. Beautiful. My friend borrowed my Xbox, then we stopped talking, and he kept my Xbox. Oof. That's why you never let somebody borrow something that costs more than like $50. Like that's the limit. That is the absolute limit. Never let someone borrow something that you're not then like, okay, there's a chance I'm going to have to buy this again. So you got to be okay with the reality that you could end up having to buy something again. Dude, seriously, nothing has happened. Nobody wants any of my trash players. Trade for my trash players, damn it. I need help. Wow. Matthias Oland is on waivers. 83 overall. 4 years left at just under $4.5 million. He's 36. There's no way he's going to see out that contract. There's no way. But there is a chance we could flip him. I'm going to claim him for that reason. There's no way he'll see out the contract. And there is a chance we could get an offer that could help us flip him. So we'll send Regner back down to the AHL and call it Matthias Oland. It's a bad contract, and I presume they put him on waivers because, well, are we going to be able to move him? But, you know, there's a chance we could flip him. And like I said, cap-wise, it's not an issue for us at all. As Matt Calvert gets hurt. Matt Carl and a fourth for a third. So teams are trying to dump their garbage onto me. Matt Carl is a 70. Wow, they really underrated Matt Carl. I love Matt Carl, but get out of my dreams and into Matt Carl. But, no. Well, there's the Vermet trade I was waiting for. Antoine Vermet in a fifth for the Islanders' first, Nathan Pache and Evan Oberg. I like Antoine Vermet a lot. He is a very, very good player. Taxki, thank you for the $5. The $5. It was one loss for the Sabres, man. It was one loss. Give him time. Emily, I saw the end of the Phillies Braves game. I saw the end of it. Taxi, it was one game. At least you guys didn't lose as bad as the Canucks did. Or as the Oilers did to the Canucks, I mean. So Vermet, 30 years old. Not going to get any better. Really solid player. Like, super, super, super well-rounded player. There's no reason for us to not move him for a first. I mean, the fifth rounder is what it is. Nathan Pache is a fringe NHLer. And then Evan Oberg at 24 years old is a high-end AHLer. We should take it. And we're going to take it. Let's send Antoine Vermet to the New York Islanders. Go over to roster moves. The Avs look good. That they did. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll send Pache down. And Nathan Pache got claimed, which is fine. He was a tack on to the trade. I don't mind losing him for nothing. Forwards 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We do need a 13th forward now. And I think Judry is 28 years old. Kubelik's only 22. Let's call that dude up. And we're just going to go best line. So Evenins is going to be playing with Carter and Nash, which is hilariously bad for the sake of our team. But we'll let it be. We have 15 million in cap space. Martin Shkula is on waivers. We'll say no to the veteran. And we have to go back to our trade block. And it's got to be Matthias Oland, I would say. It'd be ideal to get rid of that contract. So Oland, Murray, and Niemi are the next three that we're looking to get rid of. And the good news is getting rid of Antoine Vermet should make this team worse, which is our goal right now. Like, we're trying to get good in time for Rick Nash's entire career to not be ruined. Have these franchise modes aged well? Certain aspects of them, yes. NHL 11. Oh, good. Nick Hague was the guy that scored. Beautiful. We love Nick Hague. I need a Nick Hague jersey. I do. Defenders in the dub for 5 weeks. Defenders for 5 weeks. But yeah, some aspects have, some haven't. There have been some interesting trade values in these two games in particular, like at opposite ends of the spectrum. But yeah, I'd say there's been more good than bad, though. There are definitely features in this game where it's like, why the hell is that out of the franchise. But then again, right now they're struggling to manage what they have on their plate without adding anything else. So we beat Buffalo 7-1. So when the Sabres were really garbage, really garbage. 19-14-4. God, how do we still have a winning record? Jeff Carter. Chris Russell leads the team in assists. Okay. Chris Russell wasn't a bad defenseman. I mean, again, he was a god at blocking shots. So we are sustaining concussions. Concussions left and right. Oh, Vegas scored again. Well, good news. The Sharks are losing, as they need to do a lot this year. A whole heck of a lot. Mason has all the wins. Yeah, auto-rotate goalie wasn't a thing at the time. I have no desire to put Antti Niemi in. It's just let Mason be, basically. He's the guy who can, we can still benefit if he gets better. Makes no sense to sit him. 21-20-4. All right, the WHL scouting assignment's done. Forwards in the dub for 5 weeks. That was the last one that we needed. And then we can let the scout do their thing. What are we at point-wise? Back up to 101. Could update the pro scout. That improves player training. Let's improve the training a bit there, too. We want that at a decent level. They definitely need to bring back certain aspects of everything in this game. Player interest, negotiating in free agency absolutely needs to be a thing, but I gotta be honest, I don't want to get into the conversation about, what should be in the game? What do they need to add? I don't care. I can't even bring myself to discuss franchise mode anymore. It's out of sight, out of mind for me right now, So it is out of sight and out of mind for me. I don't care. I don't care. Well, we will continue to let this load. All-Star game. A little bit worried about the lack of some offers. Eric Condra. Give me a second. There we go. Eric Condra. No, thank you. Fabian Brunstrom. We'll take Fabian Brunstrom. He'll help the team a bit right now. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Let's call up Brunstrom. PhD in memes. What's going on? We're all about the nostalgia. You already know that. Like I said, we always got options to get our franchise mode fix. We always got options. Even if it's not the one that we thought we were going to have to rely on, the options are always there. Always, always. Definitive answer, what's needed in franchise mode is functional code. Yeah, no shit. No shit. All right, I'm hoping the trade offers will pick up a little bit here. Paul Mara. Play the other games. I don't play a lot of Eastside, but I do play FHM. Waiting to see the announcement of a new one and a new one coming out before I kind of jump back into it. I've actually had a couple years worth of discount codes for FHM. And hopefully that partnership will continue for this year. And if it does, you guys will know. So Paul Mara. We're going to claim him too. I'd like to think he has some trade value. I mean, he's not that expensive. We might as well pick him up as well and see if we can flip him. 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, shit. Okay. Well, we ran into the thing where the roster's full, so we actually can't claim anybody else. Well, that's okay, honestly. It's not like he was super necessary, and let's be honest, we're having trouble flipping Matthias Oland anyway, although Oland's contract is abysmal. Goalie broke his thumb. Okay. Damn. All right, Keaton Ellerby, a third, and Jared Bowl for Patrick O'Sullivan and Ryan Shannon. That's just not the type of deal that we're looking for right now. Anyone who watched the 2K10 playthrough with Ottawa knows I love me some Ryan Shannon, but that's just not it. That is not the play. We have sustained multiple injuries. That's fun. We love multiple injuries. Either break my thumb or be in net while you have the flu. I'd rather throw up than break something. So, Warrior, thank you very much for the raid, by the way. How'd the stream go? Need clubs. I'm warmed up. I can message Nuge and see if he's around. Matthias Oland, post-concussion syndrome. So, I don't think we'll be flipping Mr. Oland. Wow, Nuge, fucking ask and you shall receive, huh? Christ. Say his name, he will appear. I thought you had NHL 24 uninstalled. I do have it. Well, I had it uninstalled last night. I reinstalled it this morning to double check a couple of things. And who knows, maybe I'm working on a video that I might or might not put out about my disappointment. I don't think I'll put that video out because I don't want to be the guy who's just negative about the game all the time. Fuck. Like, I don't want to be that. It's like I'd rather just play something I enjoy, you know? So, trade deadline. We do only have one phone. Washington's calling. Doug Murray for Jeff Schultz. Obviously, they're paid about the same. Jeff Schultz is 5 years younger. 84 overall, though. Damn. Jeff Schultz could actually be a really useful option. I love Dougie Murray, and the neck per 60 is off the charts. I mean, look at him. That's a thick boy. But Schultz is the better option for us, even though that second round pick will probably be later. So we're going to do that. PhD in memes. I think an old NHL had a beautiful steel case. You mean this beautiful steel case? That one, sir. That one. Murray in a second for Schultz in a second. We're going to take that. We're going to take that deal. We'll get younger. We will get younger. Dougie Murray, we love you and your thick ass neck. But we're going to move on. I hate that I only have one phone right now, by the way. This is torture, only having one phone. Chicago. A second, a fourth, and Jared Bowl for Nick Leddy, Brandon Saad, a dude named Trent Steckel, and Sebastian Trudeau. So Bowl, obviously, a 26-year-old grinder. He is what he is. He does bring physicality. The concern there are the picks. But Nick Leddy, 80 overall at 21 years old. His offense won't get much better, but his defense and skating can get better still. And then Brandon Saad, 73 at 20 years old. All right, they did Saad a little bit dirty. A little bit. How good's this Trent Steckel dude? 19 and a 71. He's going to be bad defensively, but his skating and offense can get a bit better. And then Sebastian Trudeau, 21 and a 70. Nick Leddy's worth a second round pick, man. Like, that's just a fact. You look at Nick Leddy, how strong he already is. I got to take it. I got to take it. It's a second, a fourth, and Jared Bowl to Chicago for Nick Leddy, Brandon Saad, Trent Steckel, and Sebastian Trudeau. It had to be done. The wheeling and dealing continues, but that deal had to be done. Saad was always destined to be a Blue Jacket, indeed. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then obviously we can bump up Leddy, or we can keep Leddy in the minors for the rest of the season. Forward-wise, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Technically 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We'll call up Jutri again to be the 12th and go best lines. So far, 2 trades. In subsequent hours, Chicago also traded Brandon Peary. The Bruins traded Colby Cohen for draft picks. And then we had our Doug Murray trade. Vancouver calling. Have to take it immediately. Keaton Ellerby and Derek Dorsett for their first round pick. Andrew Murray and Andrew Alberts. Has to be a yes. Keaton Ellerby is a solid young defender, but man, we just got Brandon Saad. So now essentially we traded Saad for nothing, or acquired, not Saad, but Leddy for dirt cheap. We traded a second to get Leddy, and then got a first for Keaton Ellerby, who was just as good as, or equal to Leddy, but 3 years older. So I like Keaton Ellerby a lot, but that's a done deal right there. And then Derek Dorsett's 26. We know what Derek Dorsett brings. Thank you for the first round pick, Vancouver. Had to do it again. 3 for 3 in terms of these deadline trades. Not what I would have expected. Not at all. Marc-Andre Gragnani on his way to Ottawa for Cody McLeod and a pick. Nigel Williams is now an Islander for Nathan Oistrik. Jamie Tardif. The Bruins are kind of wheeling dealing. AHL level talents. Nothing too crazy. Buffalo calling. A second round pick and Jack Skilly for their first. Andy Hilbert and Travis Gibbons. That's another yes. Changes to your proposal? I didn't change anything. Oh, I just got robbed. How? That's insane. What the fuck do you mean changes to my proposal? Well, San Jose is offering a first round pick. It's Skilly a third and Ratis Evenins for their first, Marek Vidensky and Freddie Hamilton. And that goes through. All right, well, we got the Sharks first rounder. What a waste of time that other trade was, though. I missed out on a phone. Get debated by Buffalo. I sure did. What a name. Shout out to the follow in the primer, though, from the Raging Arab.
I'm just trying to walk through this fucking grass.
Fair enough. Fair play. Shout out to 87 overall Steve Mason, by the way. So public enemy number 1, the Buffalo Sabres. 4, 5, 6. With Andrew Alberts. Let's leave Leddy in the system. And then forwards. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh my god. Who the hell are we gonna call up? Ryan Johansson and Tomas Kubalik. Time to call up some of the youth and get them some NHL playing time in the back half of the season, because we have no other choice. This roster has continually been weakened, to say the least. We got absolutely jebaited by Buffalo, but that was a tremendous trade deadline. I mean, despite only having one phone, we just acquired multiple first-round picks. We already had quite a few of them, as Damon Lankow is on waivers. Let's claim Damon Lankow. That way we can send Ryan Johansson back down and get him proper playing time in the AHL. Never mind, I have a full roster. I can't claim Damon Lankow. All right. No, there wouldn't have been a first-round pick limit because the Sharks also traded me a first-round pick. Unless I'm mistaken, was the Sharks pick this year, as was Buffalo's? Maybe the Sharks pick was next year, and that's what I missed? Maybe. That is a possibility. Through the outrage, I may have missed exactly what happens. I don't doubt it. So, it is what it is. We still ended up with a first-round pick, so I'm fine with it. We have a chance to do some damage in this upcoming draft. I don't know how many real-life dudes are going to be left in this draft. It depends on whether or not they kind of expanded the CHL for this year's game. So, And then what are the odds that they actually get it right? You know? I mean, we're talking the 2013 NHL drafts.
I'm just trying to walk.
You know, are you going to see, shout out to the Ken Man for the follow, welcome in. Are we actually going to see Nathan McKinnon, Barkov, Drew N, Seth Jones, Lindholm? I don't know. As Darth hits 1 whole year on the primer. Darth, thank you very much for that. A whole year. Oh my God, we're going to make the playoffs at this rate. We might actually make the play. Oh, thank God, right now. Okay. We're the first team on the outs. The conference is incredibly close outside of the Phoenix Coyotes. I need to try and make this team worse. I need to try and tank it as best I can. No one wanted Antti Niemi all year long. So if I can get rid of him, I should. Let's call up Corbeil Theriault and send down Antti Niemi, who was claimed. So we get rid of Niemi for nothing. There's no reason for me to make the playoffs right now. It'd be so detrimental. They might still do it. Matthias Oland. No one traded for Oland once we claimed him either. So if we can get rid of the contract, then we should. Let's call up Nicoletti, drop Matthias Oland. Nobody claimed Oland. That's not good. That's not good. Schultz and Wisniewski will have too much trade value. Mark Mathot's 27. Andrew Alberts is 31. Let's bump up David Rundblad and send down Andrew Alberts, who also wasn't claimed on waivers. Shit, I can actually just send Rundblad back down in a minute. From the forwards, we'll call up Brad Ross. Send Rundblad back down. Who else, if anybody? There's really not too many people I can send down and have it be like, oh yeah, you're making the team worse. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. Brunstrom, Carter, okay. All right. I am going to still leave Rick Nash on the top line, even though morale is not much of a thing. I don't want him getting pissed at me, but Corbeil Theriault will be here in goal to try and stop us from accidentally making the playoffs, as it was Phoenix that claimed Niemi. We beat Nashville. James Wisniewski fractured his ankle. Let's call up David Rundblad, get him the playing time. Yeah, James Wisniewski just fractured his ankle. Oh my God. Colorado. Okay, thank God. Thank God. Oh my God, it's the final game of the season already. It's the final game of the season already. We have to lose, and we need somebody else to win, or we might accidentally make the playoffs. We have to lose to Minnesota. Please, God, let me lose to Minnesota. Please. Please don't beat Minnesota. Hey, it was the first year of the action tracker sim. Okay, cool. I didn't know this was the first year of it. That's nice. First period, 1-0 Wild. Goal for Justin Falk. Second period, 2-1. Goals for Calvert and Carl Gunnarsson as we advance. Oh my God, you can make that sim so fast. That's insane. Can we hold on? Hold on. Hold. Yes. I think we just survived missing the playoffs. Steve Mason was in. He tried his fucking damnedest. Oh, that's right, because that was best lines. Did we miss? Please tell me we missed the playoffs. I know I could check, but it's more dramatic. Please tell me that I missed the playoffs. Oh, thank God. Woo! We missed the playoffs. Thank God. There's no way this was a team of destiny. It wasn't going to happen. As we are the very first team on the outs. Thank God we successfully tanked. Coward move or not, it's the right move for the Columbus Blue Jackets to have missed the playoffs. And we did. Thank God. Making the playoffs would have been a disaster. There's just no way. I mean, you could argue with like Steve Mason and some of the guys we have that maybe, but yeah, I'm not too upset about missing out there. I mean, Carter and Nash both had 30 goals. Matt Calvert and Oscar Mahler were top 5 in scoring on this team, and Calvert only played 61 games. So yeah, needless to say, we made the right choice. We made the right choice. What do we have on the defensive side of things here? 42 points for James Wisniewski, who again broke his ankle, so we didn't even have him for the playoffs. And goalie-wise, Steve Mason 8. Oh, boy. No auto-rotate. Means we just rode frickin' Steve Mason into the ground. Holy hell. The poor guy. The poor guy. All right, what do we got in terms of league scoring? The top point getter and the only 100-point guy, Joe Thornton, on 101. You had Crosby on 99. Heater's still up there for Minnesota. In terms of goals, Crosby, the only guy to hit 50. He had 51. Tyler Ennis was up there. Fair enough. Defensively, top goal scorer with 16 was Drew Doughty. Kyle Quincy was up there in double digits. Okay. And the point leader was Dustin Byfuglien with 58. Fair enough. Cronwall went to Calgary, huh? I imagine that's Calgary. The logo's interesting. In terms of goalies, the winningest was Corey Crawford in Chicago. In terms of save percentage, it was Crawford with a .936. He had 5 goalies that were presumably, 3 goalies that were presumably starters. Vokoun, Luongo, and Crawford over 930s. 11 shutouts for Mason, Miller, and Crawford. Mason, who played over 700 more minutes than the next goalie in line, which was Marc-Andre Fleury. That's insane. And for the rookies, not the greatest class, Eric Tangradi, Mikhail Granlund, Oscar Mahler, Maxim Mayorov. In the conversation, in goal, Alex Stalock, Jeff Frazee,
I'm just trying to walk
and
through this.
Thaddeus Galansky. Big shout out to Tyler for the follow. Welcome in. It's going to be a weird Calder winner. It's going to be a weird Calder winner. But that is season 2 in Columbus, in the books. We did get quite a few staff points. Our reputation's still in the mud. But we did get quite a few staff points, I think, for accomplishing our goal that the owner gave us of 41 wins. Yet we still missed the playoffs, which is the perfect scenario for us, right? So, no complaints. AHL team didn't make the playoffs. That's a little bit disappointing given some of the talent they had on their team, but it's okay. So, like I said, we could have made the playoffs, and then who the hell knows, but we did what we could to tank the team to give us a better shot at a higher draft pick. And given we have like 4 or 5, maybe even freaking 6 first-round picks at this point, you could argue that wasn't necessary, but I feel like all those picks are going to be later, you know? So, it is what it is. Have I played Mutant League? I did. We actually had a copy of it on the Sega Genesis back in the day. Good times, good times. I haven't played it in a long time, though. Long time. Oh, Dimma, what's going on? The Stanley Cup champions in 2013, the Buffalo Sabres, with the Chicago Wolves winning the Calder Cup. The Buffalo Sabres, Stanley Cup champions in 2013. Do you believe in miracles? Only in a video game, right? Only in a video game. Led by Brad Boyes and Derek Roy. Pominville, Ennis, Stafford, Vanek. Noted contributor Cody McCormick. What the hell? Steve Monador, Stanley Cup champion, though. Can get on board for that. And Ryan Miller, 936 save percentage. Ryan Miller leads the way. The Buffalo Sabres win the Stanley Cup over Los Angeles in 6 games. Buffalo went through Washington, Montreal, and Winnipeg, who are in the East because first year in the game and it didn't move them and yada yada. So, shout out to Eastern Conference finalists, the Winnipeg Jets. God, but there you go. Nashville and Buffalo, the first 2 winners, which is crazy. Art Ross goes to Joe Thornton. The Hart goes to Sidney Crosby. The Norris to Drew Doughty. The Bing to Thornton. The Calder to Alex Stalock. It loves goalies. Conn Smythe went to Ryan Miller. The Vezina went to Corey Crawford. Jennings as well. Selke to Sidney Crosby. Ted Lindsay to Sidney Crosby. Rocket Richard to Sidney Crosby. And again, AHL did not have the individual awards in there quite yet. So season 2 in the books. And again, we have a very, 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 very interesting draft coming up here in just a moment.